Hi, I'm Bill Bruck, Principal at Q2 Learning, LLC. In the next few minutes, I'd like to share with you some thoughts on key characteristics of 21st century learning systems. First, a brief introduction. At Q2 Learning, we're in the readiness business. We get people up to speed 10 times faster than with ordinary training methods with our speed to proficiency model, and keep them on top of their game with informal learning, all integrated into our eCampus social learning platform. We're passionate about learning and working online, so we eat our own dog food by having our own offices online, using our eCampus. In fact, we are located in 5 states, 2 Canadian provinces, and offshore in China. As we develop solutions for our customers, we encounter an ever-increasing resistance to LMS-based e-learning. Learners are tired of sitting through 160 slides of content. Managers are tired of people taking e-learning and not having the skills to do their job. Business owners are beginning to relegate e-learning to simple compliance so we can say we did it courses. They have valid complaints. The vast majority of e-learning is not designed to drive performance improvement. The reason for this is simple. Most e-learning replicates the worst practices of education electronically, lecture and multiple choice tests. And shame on us as learning professionals because we know how to do better. We've developed the designs and practices in face-to-face training, in coaching programs, in mentoring initiatives. We've just forgotten everything we know when we take it online. And shame on SCORM-based LMSs who have focused on deploying and tracking that which is most easily deployed, content and objective tests, rather than that which is most instructionally sound. The result is that more and more people are looking beyond the LMS for ways to get back to basics, having people learn from people, the way we've done it for 20,000 years or so. We believe that there are 5 central design characteristics that learning systems must start to address. We also believe, unfortunately, that these are rather fundamental in nature and hard to bolt on to LMSs that started life as content management systems. The first is, put the learner at the center, not the LMS. We have focused more on learning management than learning delivery. The user experience should be key, with the ability to configure the platform to suit the requirements for that experience. Should the user encounter a catalog of courses? Or perhaps a community of people with content available when needed? Or maybe a site listing job functions with step-by-step performance support for each. Every situation is different, and we believe the platform should be able to be configured so that the learner experience matches their needs and requirements. Support instruction, not just the presentation of content. Learning is not content, else universities could be replaced by libraries. Yet LMSs are basically content management systems with other features added on. Conversation is a fundamental business process. People like to learn from people. And we know how to teach effectively. The problem is that our tools have not allowed us to map best practices rather than worst practices online. So we believe a fundamental design characteristic is to be able to map those best instructional practices by providing a toolkit that allows courses to be comprised of ILT sessions, e-learning packages, web meetings, discussion forums, individual assignments, assessments, manager-certified action plans, coaching sections, etc., etc., etc. But we can't just do it, we've got to measure it, and we've got to measure the important, not just the easy. We believe that a fundamental design flaw of many traditional LMSs is that they confuse content with learning. They measure only that which is easy to be measured, SCORM completion. We believe that a design imperative is that if you're going to support a full range of instructional process, you need to be able to track not only SCORM, but track participation in online discussions, attendance at webinars, completion of action plans, etc. And we need to support the other 80% of learning. We believe that the same platform, the same interface, the same administration, and the same user experience should be used for informal learning and for structured instruction. Rather than bolt on a wiki for informal learning, we think it's a better practice to have a rich discussion engine that can support wikis, blogs, and forums, and have that be the same engine used in formal and informal learning. We also believe that support for informal learning goes well beyond that. There are affordances in the best social networking and online community tools, like rich facilitation features and community health reports, that facilitate the success of online learning. And finally, support ongoing learning on the job. The other critical focus we see for a 21st century learning system is performance support. Today's workers face complex challenges, from new plant launches to managing employees in a litigious environment to staying abreast of new technologies. We believe that the wave of the future will be performance support systems that reduce complex tasks to logical steps, providing at each point access to learning assets, job aids, live experts, and best practices that will keep folks on top of their game. Hope is not a method. Simply getting the knowledge into the noodle is not enough. We believe that there are 5 central design characteristics. Here they are. Now, here's our approach as one approach that you might consider to actually manifesting these design characteristics, and that is our eCampus approach. This approach suggests that there are going to be 4 things that are going to truly help people get up to speed and keep them on top of their game and manifest those characteristics. Let me show you each of these in turn, and you can sort of see how they go back to these 5 characteristics. The first is the portal engine. The eCampus personalizes the user experience by displaying an interlocking system of workspaces that can be configured as portals, communities, performance support tools, knowledge-sharing sites, and learning maps. Each learner only sees the sites that they have permissions to, so the experience is personalized and it matches the nature of work that it's supposed to support. Second, a rich widget library displays the content appropriate to the role of the learner and the type of the workspace. Users can even select which widgets to display within limits set by the administrator to further personalize their experience. Informal learning and knowledge sharing is supported by a social media toolkit that includes blogs, wikis, web meetings, social bookmarking, tagging, and other popular Web 2.0 tools. The eCampus allows you to build online training programs by imagining how you'd design the learning experience if you had the right number of learners off-site for the right amount of time. How would you impart content? What would you have them do in small groups, individually, in a large group? Learning maps can be constructed that include SCORM e-learning modules, background readings, virtual classroom sessions for Q&A, case studies, small and large group discussions via discussion forums, individual assignments and assessments. All of these can be created as learning activities and put together in a customized learning map, with dependencies and email pings if you like. Better yet, they can all be tracked, even the virtual classroom and discussion forum-based activities. While much of the attention on informal learning is focused on social media, Elliot Mazie says that the most used learning tool in the world is Google. More generally, a great deal of learning on the job is simply getting the answer to an immediate question. Our performance support engine addresses this need and much more. When the user chooses to receive support on a given task, he sees the task's process as a taxonomy in the left pane. The middle pane provides simple know-how information for that step in the process, while the right pane presents resources specific to that task, which may include documents, learning assets, access to experts, help forums, and best practices. In this way, support, learning, and collaboration are integrated and driven by just-in-time, just-enough principles. Great technology is only an enabler. To have an effect, it must support sound design and flawless execution. For this reason, Q2 Learning offers a full suite of services to help you be as successful with your first initiative as your 21st. If you have needs that we may be able to help address, please contact us for a private consultation. Thank you for your time.